I want to talk about San Diego State with JD Wicker, who is the Aztecs athletic director. Really cool to see this release earlier today from San Diego State athletics and associated students announcing a renovation study for Viejas Arena aimed at improving one of the best fan experiences in the nation. JD, first of all, welcome back to John and Jim. Great to have you. I know it's been a whirlwind with men's basketball all the way to Boston last week. First of all, how are you? And thanks for hopping on.
It's great to be back on, or maybe my first time on Johnny and Jimmy.
Yes.
I am thrilled to be on. It's nice to be back in San Diego. While I would love to be in Phoenix right now. Good to be back. Great basketball season, a great run, and we ran into definitely the best team in college basketball. Obviously, they've still got to prove it on the court, but UConn's really good.
There's no doubt about it. And it doesn't take away from, again, an amazing year. A Sweet 16 back-to-back for San Diego State men's basketball for the first time in school history. So, I always come across Viejas Arena for me, JD, and I'm sure for you, is a great college basketball venue. It's been so good to San Diego State University. You fill it up essentially every single night for men's basketball. Talk about the future of the building and what this study is aimed to do moving forward with in my opinion, one of the great college basketball buildings in the country.
Yeah, no, the seating bowl in Viejas Arena is as good as it gets. I mean, just ask Steve Ballmer. I mean,
right.
Part of the Intuit Dome is built based on Viejas Arena. What we want to do is concentrate on those fan amenities, the concourse up top, the premium availability, the different options you can have from a premium standpoint. Obviously, we've seen what Snapdragon, with all of the improved amenities at a Snapdragon Stadium, what that looks like. So we want to do the same thing for Viejas and truly make it the best basketball experience in the country all around.
And with the basketball program being as successful as it has over, the last 2 decades, essentially, with Steve Fisher and Brian Dutcher, and then culminating in a national championship game last year, how important is it to make sure that not only you reinvest, for the program, but you also reinvest in their facilities that they're playing in?
Yeah, again, we want to make sure that, the student athletes, all of the spaces that they're in are top notch so that they're having their best experience. But one of the biggest things for them is to have an excited, energetic atmosphere. And so fans today, it's a great product on the floor, but addressing all of the other needs and making sure that experience from the moment you walk into the building to the moment that you walk out is as good as it can be for basketball. But, Viejas does a ton of other events as well. We want to be a great concert venue in San Diego. We do graduations there. We host other events. And we've shown with Snapdragon that you can have other events in the building outside of just San Diego State. You've got the Mojos playing volleyball at Viejas right now. So as many events as we can drive to the building and make it special for all the students in our community, that's a big thing.
JD Wicker with us right now, San Diego State's athletic director. Are we too early to talk about a potential timeline, JD, or is there something that the university envisions in terms of potential renovations once you receive the appropriate feedback?
Yeah, I think the first thing we're going to do, we'll do a market survey to our season ticket holders, to people who attend concerts, to the students on campus, everybody that utilizes the facility. We want them to have an opportunity to weigh in on what's important to them, similar to what we did with Snapdragon Stadium. We actually did 3 different market surveys for Snapdragon Stadium. So once we get that, then we'll sit down with the architects and we'll take a plan that we developed during the 2020 season. We've actually done a study before, and we're going to take that study and then based on what this market survey says, adjust that and understand how much it's going to cost and what are the different things that we can do, and we'll go from there.
I know you have to go through the study and everything, but for you, JD, what kind of things do you hope to, invest in here at Viejas? And could you give anybody maybe some hints on what potentially could be coming as far as reinvesting into Viejas to make it a better experience for the fan?
Yeah, I think at the concourse level, one, with the renovation of the ARC, which is the workout facility for all of our students on campus, we see a lot more traffic there. The way, from a housing standpoint, we're going to see a lot of different elements being added on that side of campus. So there's going to be a lot more traffic on that side of campus. So it's going to allow us to hopefully take that concourse and, really make it more of a 365-day a year type of event, which allows us to add more variety and better options for our fans. We want to create some social spaces up at that level as well, where people can kind of hang out, watch the game, watch the event, but not actually have to be in their seat if they don't want to. We want to increase the number of premium seating opportunities. We're very limited there right now, and the spaces that support those. So those are the things that we're really, we're thinking about at this point.
JD Wicker with us right now on John and Jim, San Diego Sports 760. You kind of touched on it, this idea that maybe it's being used something like 365 days a year or more than that. Do you see the possibility of attracting different types of events, or what, how do you see it? I mean, you're already getting a lot of events. To your point, you're getting very high level concerts. NCAA tournament has been there a number of times. Is coming again in 2026. Are you looking at more of the same, or potentially even different types of events moving forward?
I think we'll be open to anything. Part of it is you have to balance that we are in the middle of that have on, the day-to-day of campus, but at the same time, you want to continue to expand those revenue streams to help, fund what you're doing in the venue, and also, fund athletics and associated students who also benefit from running the building. And again, the more that you can get the community on campus, the more invested they're going to be in San Diego State. And then you think about the students that are on campus, the more opportunities that we can provide them. That's just better as we're recruiting students to come to what's already a great place in San Diego, but giving them one more reason to, to say yes to San Diego State when they get that acceptance letter.
JD, I know you're aware of it because you tweeted about it yesterday, this athletic report about this quote unquote super league in FBS football that would include all Power 5 programs and a promotion and relegation system for group of 5 programs. Again, it's a big topic. It's not like it's something that's potentially happening tomorrow. It was just a proposal from a group. But what is your reaction to that type of system for FBS football?
Thing is we're going to have to figure something out with FBS football as we look at athletics overall, but I am really tired of just because you're in one of these conferences then you're automatically better than everyone else. We've shown that we can compete at this level. You look at where we were with the Pac-12 competitively, what we've been able to do bowl game wise, just across our entire athletic department. So I'm tired of the whole, if you want to do, relegation and all of that, that's fine. Then everybody's subject to it. Don't just because someone has more money in their budget, that makes them better than everyone else. So that was probably my biggest issue with it, but I am interested in, studying it further. And I am interested in figuring out a way to, continuing to grow what we do, offer the broad-based opportunities that we do today, but still finding a way to continue investing in our student athletes.
We are close to April 20th, and that will be the spring game for the Aztecs football program. Coach Sean Lewis, first year as head coach. What are you looking forward to seeing at the spring game, and how do you think Coach Lewis has done with the program so far up to this point? I know we haven't had a game yet, but it seems like he's doing a lot there to make sure the program gets back to winning ways.
Yeah, Coach Lewis has been awesome. The way he and the staff have come in and worked with our current student athletes. They've been, he's very, very much on social media. He's been out in the community, and we're going to work on getting him out in the community even more once we get through spring ball. It's been great. I think I got paid probably the highest compliment I could get paid walking out of the building back in early February with 2 of our returning football players. And, they told me, thank you. We had sat down with seniors and other leaders on the team before we started the hiring process and sat down with them and asked, what do you want out of, a new head coach? What are the different things? What's good? What's bad? And the comment was, thank you. You listened to us. And so far, Coach Lewis and his staff have delivered everything. So I'm excited for everyone to get a chance to see Aztec fast and then also see what the defense looks like. We've got a great, some great young men who've joined the program. this semester. So I think it'll be exciting. It'll give everybody a preview of what's going to happen next fall.
By the way, free tickets for that Aztec Fast Showcase, the spring game, available right now at goaztecs.com. That is April 20th, Saturday, April 20th at 1 p.m. JD, before you go, what's it like for you? It's got to be gratifying to see the growth of the women's basketball game on a national level. I mean, we're seeing stars upon stars. We're seeing the ratings. What does this mean for college athletics in general and San Diego State as well?
I think this shows, and you look at the Women's College World Series in softball as well and what that's generated. It shows that making the investment in all of our sports across the board, doing broad-based opportunities is important. And if you continue to invest, then you're going to continue to see different sports have moments like women's basketball is having right now. So I'm excited. Watched Caitlin Clark and in Iowa play LSU the other night. That was a lot of fun. Followed up with the UConn game. It was, so the Final Four, the women's Final Four is going to be really good. I think you'll see amazing ratings for all, 6 games this weekend. So looking forward.
JD, before you go, what do you want Aztec fans to know about name, image, and likeness right now? Whether it's Mesa Foundation with men's and women's basketball, Aztec Link with your other student athletes, is there something you want fans to be aware of in terms of the role NIL is playing or what's going on in that space right now, both locally and I guess nationally?
Yeah, I think it's important to recognize what NIL is. It's a key piece of what we're doing with student athletes, and it gives them an opportunity to monetize and make a little extra money in addition to what we may be providing with a scholarship. Also, it's important that people remember Aztec Club, that we still pay for the scholarship, room and board, and coaches' salaries and all that. So hopefully people can find ways to invest in both. Aztec Link is our partner with the spring game this year. So you'll see a lot about Aztec Link there. And you'll have the opportunity to, invest with Aztec Link during the spring game. Mesa's got some stuff going on this week. So it's all important, and hopefully people will continue to find a way to invest in our student athletes so that we can continue to have amazing outcomes and a lot of fun on the court, in the pool, and on the field.
Well, it's an amazing time on the Mesa. It really is. I mean, all the successes across all sports, the investments, Snapdragon Stadium, the future of Viejas Arena, the spring game in 2 weeks down there at Snapdragon. JD, we appreciate you taking some time for us. Let's do it again soon.
All right, guys. Appreciate it much. Appreciate all the Aztec fans out there, especially everybody who came to Boston. It was awesome that we actually, unfortunately had to turn some people away with ticket requests, but that's where we would arrive with men's basketball, and hope everyone will come out and support the rest of our sports like that, and go Aztecs.
Great stuff, JD. Thank you. San Diego State's athletic director, again, JD Wicker, with us here on John and Jim. Yeah, Boston was incredible. They had ticket requests they couldn't fulfill 3,000 miles away playing at TD Garden.